up, guys? Welcome to RadCars, and today we're in beautiful Malibu off of one of my favorite canyons, and we're gonna do an in-depth review of my beautiful 992 GT3 in Guards Red. This is a special car, so stay tuned for the in-depth review. So it's crazy, this generation over the last only has a few more horsepower, but the way the driving feel, how much that driving feel is improved is just crazy. And again, there's always really subtle tweaks to each new 911 generation, but each time it just keeps looking better and better. And with this one, in my opinion, this is the best looking 911 ever made. Made with these little air vents. Does look like a little bit of a mustache on the car, but it's a nice mustache, you know. Some cars look better with a mustache, so got this nice little mustache going. And then the lines are just so nice on this, especially in the Guards Red. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I think they really knocked it out of the park. And just the body kit on it and the lights. So the lights on this, the LED matrix system, is absolutely insane at night. How it illuminates the entire street 4 miles ahead of you, it's insane. I've never seen lights like it. And obviously we have the lift, so if you're thinking about getting a GT3, please get the lift. Otherwise, that bumper is going to fall off within a couple months. So you got to have the lift. And what I love about my car and the spec is just the Guards Red throughout the car. So obviously the car itself is Guards Red, and then you have the rims. You have the surround of the rims in Guards Red as well, which brings it together nicely. My car has the ceramic brake option, which is in black. So I kind of wish my brakes were red, but for the ceramic brake option, they only offer it in black and yellow, not in red. The standard brakes do come in red. For some reason this didn't. It's still a nice contrast, but I think the Guards Red brakes would have been nice as well. And then obviously you got the little GT3 on the side to let everyone know it's a GT3. This is not a normal 911, don't forget. And then another thing I absolutely love, which is options on these cars. It's not standard, but especially if you're getting a brighter color like this, the carbon fiber options on the exterior make the car pop so much. It makes it look so much nicer. Got the mirror caps in carbon. You see when the light's hitting it, and with the Guards Red contrast is absolutely amazing. And then you also have the carbon roof option on this car. Again, you got the entire carbon fiber roof going, and then you see it contrasted with the Guards Red. It's absolutely amazing. We walk to the back. My favorite part of the car. Now the back is my favorite part of this car. And you guessed it, it's because of the swan neck spoiler. This spoiler, they improved it so much over the last generation. It just looks so much nicer, so much cleaner. The lines are so much cleaner and just flow with the car. And then, you know, you got the little secondary spoiler here. I don't know the exact name for it. Sorry, Porsche enthusiasts. I'm sure there's a name for this little guy right here too. And it's just amazing. Even with this little air vent right here, it just makes it all come together amazing. And you have the GT3, obviously exhaust, right in the middle. And mine also has the, I guess this is an option as well, where the GT3 emblem and the Porsche is in black instead of the normal silver, which again just brings this entire car together with the contrast and the look. And I mean, just looking at the swan neck, man, any angle you look at the back of this car is absolutely amazing with this beautiful spoiler. One thing I wish my car had, which I like on other GT3s, is the clear taillights. So I have the standard ones, but I think the clear taillights look really good. If I were to spec this car myself from the very beginning, I would have gotten the clear taillights, but other than that, I mean, this is exactly the spec I wanted, and I got lucky and found. So, speaking of more carbon, for all you carbon enthusiasts, like myself, love carbon, the hood is all carbon and it's all exposed on the inside, which is really cool, I think. look at all this beautiful, beautiful, this is matte carbon. So on the outside it's all gloss black carbon, and the interior as well, but the hood is all very nicely exposed matte carbon. So I think that's really cool. And in here you got good amount of room. I used to have a Huracan and a 720S, and this has more room than both of those. So if you're taking it on a trip, you got the room. So one thing I kind of don't like about this GT3 is that, you know, you want to show your friends that naturally aspirated V6 on the GT3. You want to see what it looks like, at least a little bit, you know, at least on the other 911s, you could open this part up and see a little bit of the, you know, the little parts of the engine. But for this, you know what you could see? All you can open and all you can see? This is what you see. Ready? This little guy. That's it. That is all you see. So I wish, you know, they'd show us a little bit more of what's powering this beautiful beast, but I guess that's all we get, so it's pretty interesting. So now on to the interior, and I love how simple and clean, modern, yet traditional this interior looks. Obviously I have the Alcantara steering wheel, which looks absolutely beautiful. The red stitching all around the interior. You have the red stitching, and you have the guards red theme going all around the interior. You have the speedometer, the timer, everything is guards red and brings the car together, as well as the seat belts. Another cool thing about the interior, yes, I'm sorry enthusiasts, I did not get a manual. I really do apologize. But what's really cool is that the PDK on the GT3, they made it look like it's still a manual. So this is really cool. It's got a whole manual look to it. So a lot of people, and this happens all the time, they're always like, oh, you're so, you know, we applaud you for getting a manual and not the PDK. And, you know, I have to tell them that, no, this is the PDK, it just looks like a manual. So I think that's pretty cool. Another really cool thing and a cool feature is the lift system on this car. So when you raise it, it's supposed to say save smart lift. So when you press save, it'll save this location, and every time you're about to pull up to this location, the car will automatically raise up, so you don't have to, you know, bother pressing this button. You know, it's a lot of work pressing that little button. So that's a really cool feature. And then obviously you have your drive modes here. You have sport, track, and then when you want the car manual, push it here, and when you want it to go to 9,000, that's how you go to 9,000. Because when you have it in, even in track mode, but in drive, car itself usually changes gears in track mode by 8,000, so you can't really have that screaming 9,000 engine going. But when you have it in manual, you know, you have full control of the car, which is pretty cool. And one last thing about the interior that I love is obviously this gloss carbon fiber. This is an option as well, and one you should definitely get on the GT3. Is this carbon everywhere, and it's absolutely amazing and beautiful. Alright guys, so let's talk about the driving of this car. And right now we're driving it really where it's meant to be driven. Not the exact place it's meant to be driven. This is meant to be driven on the track, but second best place is the canyons, especially the canyons of Malibu and LA, Mulholland. This is where this car shines, because you really see the steering and the grip. How this car grips is absolutely amazing. Listen to that downshift. The steering of this car, I think, is the best steering out of any other car, at least I've driven. I think this is the perfect supercar you can buy today. It's just the feedback you get while you drive the car. You're fully in control, unlike anything else you can drive. Like you downshift, you go, you point the steering wheel and the car goes exactly where you want it to instantly. It's the corners, it just takes the corners so well, so nice. And it just feels so good. The braking too, the braking of this car, especially with this carbon ceramic, the big carbon ceramic brakes, is very nice, very good braking, very, very beautiful cornering. Look at this, these corners we're getting. And it just sticks like nothing. You have full control. You don't feel like you're gonna lose any control of this car. When I had my Huracan and I was going in these kinds of roads, I was scared for my life because I just felt like I wasn't in control of the car at all times like this. But with this, you know you're in full control of the car at all times. So it's just absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. And I think, in my opinion, again, don't get mad at me, this is the perfect supercar and the best supercar you can get today, where it checks every single box. And really, there's nothing else like it that I've owned, nothing else like it that I've driven. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for a lot of great content on the way. Thank you.